The 90s were an awesome decade for video games. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the evolution of video games in the 90s. Sit back, make yourself some coffee, and let's get into it. Wing Commander. Set in the year 2654 and characterized as World War II in space, it features a multinational cast of pilots from the Terran Confederation, flying missions against the predatory, aggressive Kilrathi, a feline warrior race. Released in 1990. The first game in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. It was released in North America in June 1991. Players control Sonic the Hedgehog, who can run at supersonic speeds. Sonic sets out on a quest to defeat Dr. Robotnik, a scientist who has imprisoned animals in robots and seeks the powerful Chaos Emeralds. The first game of the Mario Kart series. It was released in Japan and North America in 1992, and in Europe the following year in 1993. An amazing video game milestone. Dune II was a real-time strategy video game released in December 1992, an adaptation of Frank Herbert's science fiction novel of the same name. It is based upon David Lynch's 1984 movie, Dune. Dune was one of the first first-person shooter games ever. Players assume the role of a space marine, popularly known as Doomguy, fighting their way through hordes of invading demons from hell. Super Metroid was a 2D, side-scrolling action-adventure game, which primarily takes place on the fictional planet Thebes, a large open-ended world with areas connected by doors and elevators. Star Wars Dark Forces is a first-person shooter released in 1995. The story is set in the fictional Star Wars expanded universe and begins shortly before the original Star Wars film, before flashing forward to a year after the film's events. It was the debut entry in the Tomb Raider franchise. The game follows archaeologist-adventurer Lara Croft, who is hired by businesswoman Jacqueline Natler to find an artifact called the Sign of Atlantis. The story follows Crash as he aims to prevent the plans of his creator Cortex's, his plans for world domination, and rescue his girlfriend Torna, a female Bandicoot also created by Cortex. Super Mario 64 was the first Super Mario game to feature 3D gameplay, combining traditional Super Mario gameplay, visual style, and characters in a large open world. Many publications have deemed it one of the greatest video games of all time. This is the game that started the Gran Turismo series and has spawned over 10 spin-offs and sequels. GoldenEye 007 was released in 1997. Based on the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye, the player controls the secret agent James Bond through a series of levels to prevent a criminal syndicate from using a satellite weapon. Metal Gear Solid is regarded as one of the greatest and most important video games of all time. Players control Solid Snake, a soldier who infiltrates a nuclear weapons facility to neutralize the terrorist threat from Foxhound, a renegade special forces unit. Pokémon Snap is a first-person photography game. It was a spin-off game in the Pokémon series, being one of the first console-based games for it, and featuring many Pokémon rendered for the first time in real-time 3D. Well, there you have it, the evolution of video games in the 90s. Have you ever played any of the games on this list? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thanks for all your support. Peace and love.